How's it going, everybody? Just torching up my little nail here, getting it ready so I can take a dab right quick and get started with today's stories. Got some interesting ones today, kind of talking to you about what's going on in the nation, like I enjoy doing all the time. I enjoy reading all these different things, hearing all the different stories, and so forth and so on. And it's just about heated up. Got my torch going on it. Almost see the heat waves rising up right in front of me here. For those of you who dab, please be careful on doing this. Don't burn your house down with the torch. They do make a lot safer torches than what I use. Let's take this dab. Oh yeah, let's take it. Let's take this guy. That's gonna hurt. Wow. Give me a minute. Wow. This is what happens after you guys dab, just so you know. It's normal. Two minutes of my show and I haven't even talked about anything yet. Woo! Some good herb. So as those of you who follow me know, I did not make any shows last week whatsoever. Mostly just kind of revamping everything up, just kind of give you an actual smoke session. As you can see, got my herbs displayed in front of me. But during last week, a story came out about the DEA talking about reclassifying marijuana. Oh man, that was one heck of a dab. The DEA is allowing research into CBD by big pharmaceuticals in order to help along the development of cannabis in medicine. With the census majority thinking this is a step into reclassification, its current rank as a Scheduled 1 substance means it has no medical value and a high rate of dependency. It also makes it where basically federally it's not allowed to be researched on. We can't research marijuana because it's illegal. Now, to reclassify it and put it into a Schedule 2 would actually mean that our medicinal herb that we enjoy using has some medical value. And it will allow for research of all sorts for the entire plant. That doesn't mean it's going to make it legal for us to just use at home, though. Class 2 reclassification still makes it where it can be federally controlled by your state law. All this going on, though, is a stepping stone for Big Pharma to get their hands onto medical marijuana, to research it and see how they can use it in their studies and their trials in order to make medicine out of marijuana. In all policy for medical marijuana, this is a great stepping stone. But in the end, we are still going to need a recreational form of smoking marijuana. Why? Because how many people don't want to go out drinking every night? I don't. I don't drink at all. I hate going out to bars with everybody because everybody I know likes to go to bars. And they sit around drinking while I have my cup of water. And then they get all plastered, having fun, and I feel kind of awkward. course, when I go out to visit my car a couple times throughout the night, play some pool, listen to some music, and have a great time. Because recreationally using marijuana can help in social situations. All forms of the plant right now still remain illegal. Simply allowing research of one compound is actually not permissible. I mean, think about it. One compound. We're going to research CBD only. So we're going to destroy years and years of research into THC, CBD, CHB, and all kinds of other compounds that have been proven to do all kinds of different things. Let's destroy all that research that we could also do with that just to study CBD only. Oh man, I don't think I'm taking another dab. I can still feel it right now. Basically, just giving it, the DEA saying that they're going to allow research into CBD is kind of a smokescreen. Because as we're all sitting around yelling and screaming how we want it legalized, we want it to be taken off of the classification, period. It shouldn't even be a controlled substance. It should be as legal as alcohol and tobacco. You just saw me use the highest dosage form of marijuana right here in front of you, and I'm still giving you the facts. Shouldn't I be acting all stupid now and the marijuana good? Basically, this is just hopefully an eye-opener for those of you who are watching my show, just to show that large corporations are going to start moving into our marijuana industry. And as they move into our marijuana industry, they're liable to take over and make it illegal for people like me to enjoy my herbs. These are mine. I grew these because I know what I'm putting into them. I know how to grow them, and I enjoy them. For you to tell me I have to go buy your stuff and make it your stuff and only your labeled stuff is a kick in my balls, man. Don't kick me in my balls. So with all this research, so far we have been researching marijuana. We have been researching all forms of marijuana throughout the world, not just in the nation. So let's go through a breakthroughs of 2015. We are at the beginning of 2016 now. So Happy New Year, everybody, to everybody out there. Take out the bubbler right quick. I already have it pre-packed with some Master Kush. Love this one right here. Happy New Year. So what have been some of the top breakthroughs of cannabis in 2015? Well, one of the things we found out was it actually helps with insulin resistance. We have found that people who have diabetes actually become resistant at some form to insulin altogether. People who have HIV or Hep C are likely to develop diabetes throughout their lifetime. But research throughout 2015 has actually found out that the use of marijuana by these patients reduces their chances of getting diabetes or becoming insulin resistant. So that's an awesome step forward. Just because of what I did right now, I reduced my chance of getting diabetes, period. That's great. Everybody should be doing this. Let's destroy diabetes altogether and smoke marijuana. Another thing, number 2, cannabis has been shown to reduce opiate consumption. I am me myself. I was addicted to opiates. I took somas. I took Vicodins. I took ibuprofen 800 milligrams 2 at a time. I took whatever I could. When I noticed that my health itself felt like I was going downhill and I was not feeling better, I put the pills down and I started smoking marijuana. Marijuana helped me quit taking prescription medication. Now, when I go to the doctors for anything, I let them know I use medical marijuana for everything. The only dose of any type of opiates I will take is ibuprofen 800 milligram or Motrin 600. That's nothing. Doctors look at me and say, you can get by on this. I've gone through a kidney stone with this. I passed a kidney stone using 800 milligram ibuprofen and marijuana. If anybody tells you about a kidney stone, those things hurt. Scientists have developed a compound to block the memory loss of using marijuana. Another thing to go along with this one, going to have to go through the list. Scientists have also discovered how marijuana affects your memory. So between the two, they have actually found out that the memory loss that you receive is a little bit different than what you would think. As you're walking along, say with your friends, you go to an area, you're hiking, you're walking along, you're talking. You go good distance, few blocks up, a couple blocks over, go down, then you make a little cut this way, make a little trail. You're just walking, talking, laughing, whatever, so you're trying to make it long. Chances are you'll never be able to redo that trail again, but you'll remember your entire conversation and different parts of your conversation. You might not remember the person you ran into, but you'll remember the fact that, so-and-so sneezed and a big old snot booger came out, hit his hand, and who knows what you'll remember. But it doesn't mean that your memory is blocked. It's actually a certain receptor of your memory that retains certain info. Most of it, if you're being interacted with and you're actually doing stuff with different things, your memory is going to retain everything like what I do here. I'm writing stuff down. I'm talking to you. I'm going to remember all this stuff. So later on, when I go talk to somebody, I got facts in here that I remember even though I smoke weed all day. Another thing, CBD can improve recognition in Alzheimer's patients. Those of you who have grandfathers that have Alzheimer's, you'll know how difficult it is. You go and visit these people. Oh, I used to have a daughter look just like you. That's heartbreaking for people. They have found out that using CBD oil in these patients are helping them actually go, my daughter, which is heartwarming, at least until the end. It's better to be recognized, and Alzheimer's are recognizing their family members at least, people who regularly visit them, and not forget as much. THC helps aid patients in liver transplants. So basically, THC, smoking marijuana, or using THC oils are helping people who have liver transplants receive their liver properly. Lots of livers are failing. Lots of people are receiving livers and then it fails. There's a certain name for it. It was a pretty technical name. I didn't write it down. I'm not going to try to say it because I didn't memorize it. It's part of the memory loss thing there. I actually didn't even read over it. I sat there and went, nope, can't read that. Anyways, it actually helps with the liver to be accepted by the body. So people can actually live on a different liver by using marijuana. Okay, we're helping with marijuana. Cannabis doesn't shrink the brain. Lots of people say that marijuana will make your brain turn smaller and will make you lose memory and you'll get brain damage and you all prohibition is blah blah blah. That's all it is. In fact, they're saying that marijuana, when used, is actually stimulating your brain and actually gets into the creative neurons in your receptors that actually make your imagination run wild. Is this a bad thing? When we were kids, we had great imaginations and dreams of aspiring to be big things. What happened to us? Now we just want money. That's the big thing we want. What happened to wanting the big things and aspiring to be big? We lost that along the way, I guess. Marijuana actually does that back in your head. Cannabis fights obesity. Basically, they're finding out that using cannabis is fighting the receptors in your body that will gain certain fat cells to make you obese. So instead of filling in and becoming bigger and becoming wider, your body will retain its natural shape and the fat will just naturally fight itself off. Well, woohoo! You mean I'm not going to get any more bigger than this? There we go. No more bigger than that. I'm going to start looking. Yeah. Well, it's true what they say. It does add on 10 pounds, doesn't it? Cannabis mimics a runner's high. Those of you who have ever been bicycling, running, done marathons, at the very end you get this high endorphin where you're just like, yes, I'm excited. The world is so beautiful. I love life. And that same high is the same high that you get from marijuana. So that's why some strains of marijuana actually makes you want to go out and do stuff, because you're just in such a great mood and you're just like, oh my God, the world is beautiful. However you want to put it, you're ready to go out. You're ready to do it. I mean, I know there's a lot of times I get a good high going and I just want to go walk and I do it. I just want to go do stuff and I go do it. Take care of my yard, take care of this, do that. It just happens. I make a video. But that's basically all I got on here today. I hope you enjoyed this version of the smoke session. Kind of changed things up a bit for you guys. Or should I say on you guys, like you have a choice. Maybe one day I'll change the background, but I love my cars. So, like I always tell you guys, educate before you medicate. It's actually good to have a great education. Y'all have a peaceful, positive, and productive day. Coming at you.